Well, obviously you want to, go out there and win as many games as possible, and obviously we've had a rough stretch, but obviously it was a big game for us. Especially on a back-to-back against a really physical team. I thought we matched up their toughness, and we came out with a big win.
Had it been weighing on you personally?
No, I mean obviously you know when you don't win for so long, it wears you down a little bit. But at the same time, like I've been saying, you gotta go shot by shot, and period by period. You can't really focus on the end result.
Is that the one benefit of almost being a goalie? Is that I know you mentioned it before, where just worry about yourself. It's almost in a way more individual in that sense.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a team sport, but like you mentioned, I think as a goalie, you're in the zone by yourself, and you're just trying to do your job and make those saves to keep your team in the game. And you know, like I said, I think when you score 3 goals, you should win the game, and we were able to score more than that. So obviously, it was a big win.
How do you do that? How do you cut off, like, don't worry about what's going on in front of you and go into that kind of goalie island in that zone you talked about? Is it hard, or?
Well, I've been doing it for so many years. I think every goalie has that mindset. I think if you go in there and you're just focusing on winning, that's not your job. Your job is to stop, shot by shot. After a goal, you gotta flush it out, and even a good one or a bad one, you gotta focus on the next shot.
It had been such a tough stretch. Was there a moment in time you said to yourself, I gotta focus on me here. I can't get too frustrated with how the team wide is going. I just gotta zero in and make my game better.
Well, I think as a group we're getting frustrated, that's for sure, and it's not easy to stay positive and not worrying about what's going on the outside. But as myself, yeah, obviously there was one point I said to myself, just stay in it, stay positive, just go by game, and you can't really control what's going to happen, in the future, I guess.
Do you still talk to your dad about things as you did growing up, using him as a sounding board, whether it be Rick St. Croix, Alain, anybody else, or do you stay pretty much within yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close, me and my dad, and obviously I'll call him after games, and he's been watching me for a long time, so sometimes he'll have tips, but he's not the type of dad that's going to stick his nose in there too much, but he's really positive.
The coaches have talked about how, obviously with how tough it's been for a team, they're looking to motivate guys on an individual level, reach out to them on a one-by-one kind of rather than team-wide stuff. How motivated are you about this final stretch of games, and do you feel like you have something to prove here?
We all do, we can't really feel sorry for ourselves and look at the standing. I think we got to play our every game like it's our last game, and it doesn't matter if we're out of playoffs or we would have been in. I think we just got to keep playing the same way. We got to show to ourselves and to this group that we're there for each other.